Hello, my name is Aaron, and it is my pleasure to introduce you to the Webify website development platform. Webify can be used on your existing website, and if you notice on the left, what you can see here is all the different Webify applications that are installed onto this particular website, which is our demonstration website. So what you see here is all the different Webify apps which are available. Now, any one of these apps can be installed into your existing website standalone, and you can just add it to your website and use it individually. Like, for example, we have a blogging system and a photo gallery and a video gallery and a link directory. If you need any of these particular components added to your website, you can do so without needing to build your entire website with Webify. However, if you want to build your entire website using the Webify platform, that is also an option that's available to you. So I'm going to go ahead and just log in. Upon logging into my Webify administration control panel, what you'll see on the left is the link to every single Webify admin panel that you have installed. So right now we're looking at the Webify blog script. If we want to, we can take a look at the blog script, and this is the front end. This is what the visitor to your website would see. Pretty standard for a blog script. You can create categories, you can create your own customizations, create blog posts, and add comments, that sort of thing. If we want to switch back to our Webify control panel, all we have to do is click this little control panel icon up here, and we're back to the blog control panel. From the left, like I was saying before, we can navigate through all the different Webify applications that we have installed. Like, for example, this one is a photo gallery. And once again, if we want to switch back to our control panel, we just click up here. Over here we have a video gallery, and over here we can view the video gallery. This one displays YouTube videos from YouTube. Sorry about the volume. It's a surf contest video. If you're logged in as an administrator, what you'll see also on the right is a list of all applications that you currently have installed. Now, your visitors will not see this sidebar over here. Only the administrator will see this sidebar. And this is just a quick way to jump around the different sections of your website. So if your website needs a blog and a photo gallery and a video gallery, and you want to be able to jump around them very quickly and easily as the administrator, all you have to do is click on these little icons to the right, and it will take you to whichever application you want. And once again, you can always arrive at the administrator control panel by clicking the little control panel icon up here. So also, in the admin panel, you'll notice that the right hand column of icons will take you to the front end of whichever script, whichever application that you want to take a look at, whilst the left hand will take you to the admin panel of whichever script you want to administer. So in this way, Webify applications automatically unify with each other into this single seamless control panel from where you can manage each individual section of your website with a full control panel. But at the same time, you don't have to jump around from admin section to admin section by typing in, /admin at whatever particular component you want to administer, which is usually the case when you install a number of different website scripts onto a particular website, because usually you will not find, and actually to my knowledge, you will not find a more unified, harmonious control panel than what we have created here with the Webify platform. Now, some of you might say that WordPress has features like this, but the thing about WordPress is that it has been developed, all the plugins have been developed by third-party developers, so they function very randomly. There's no real consistency to how they function or how to use them, so you have to kind of learn how to use each individual one that you download. As you use the Webify platform more and more, you'll find that each single application functions in almost the exact same way, with the only differences being the different features that are available to each application. Like, for example, if I'm using a shopping cart, like what I'm looking at right here, the Webify Digital Mall, then I'll have an option to add items to my store and create categories. If I'm using the contact form, then I'll have the option to create a contact form which collects the kind of information that I want to collect from my visitors before they send me an email. So each application functions the same essentially, but has a few subtle differences which make it unique. So I don't want to get too technical too quickly, but for those of you who are interested, you might notice that the Webify contact page is installed into the directory called contact page. Now, if you ever wanted to change this directory, all you would have to do is rename this directory on your website's in your website folder to whatever new directory name you would like to call it, and Webify will automatically detect the new location. It will reconfigure all the links to your admin panels, and there will be absolutely no issue in renaming a folder, and you won't need to reconfigure anything to make it work again. So that really makes building your website quite easy, because as you're developing, oftentimes you want to install into a subdirectory and change it later, and you can totally very easily do that with the Webify platform. And actually, even further to this, if you would like to use Webify as your new website homepage, you can install your Webify homepage into a subdirectory for development stages, and then you can very easily move your Webify homepage directory to your main website directory and just have it take over, and I'll have all the paths be automatically reconfigured and just have an entirely seamless transition from development stages to live launch website phase. Perhaps one of the nicest features available with the Webify system is its theming platform. Now, we include a number of different themes along with your installation, and we will be adding more to this collection as time goes on, obviously. But I'd just like to show you guys a couple of the themes that are already available. This is a very simple default theme that we like to use because we like to keep things simple. We like to let our users try to imagine what kind of website they want to create, and without a lot of clutter or design customizations that are already pre-made. So this is a very simple template that we call the sepia template. We also have this one here we call the grassy glades template, which is just a little bit more colorful. We have some unique interesting templates, like this one here might be good for a dating style website or a gentleman magazine. We have some mimic themes available. For example, those of you who primarily do your business on Facebook or use a Facebook page will find our Facebook theme template a smooth transition from website to Facebook page. Now, one of the nice things about the Webify platform is that every single template works with every single script, but you do not have to use the same template for every script. So I could be using the mountain template with the photo gallery script at the same time as I'm using the looking glass template with the video gallery script. So you have the option of using the same template for every single script, but you don't have to. Now, what we have included, we've partnered up with a very talented graphic design and programming company, and they have developed a system for non-experienced webmasters, web developers, who don't have a lot of experience with HTML or CSS or PHP or whatever the language may be, but want to design their own theme. We have partnered up, and they've provided a tool which will help you visually create your own Webify theme without having to know CSS or graphic design, essentially. So I'm just going to actually show you guys how that tool works. And actually, I nearly forgot to mention that if you want to, and if you are technically savvy, you will be able to go ahead and edit the theme that you download from Lubith, or the visual design editor, or any of the themes that we provide you with, and you'll be able to actually go ahead and edit the source code for the CSS style sheet and make whatever kind of tweaks and modifications you might need. If you find that there's any features missing in the visual editor, then you can go ahead and make changes to the source code itself. So what I'm looking at here is our Simply Elegant, very basic theme loaded into the visual design editor. I'm just going to show you guys actually how quick and easy you can make some modifications to your Webify template. So what we've got here is any item that you want to select on the screen. That can be the navigation bar, or the overall page content, or the site titles, or the button menu, the logo, for example. I can drag and drop that logo wherever I would like it to appear. So if I want to move, this title to a different location, say down here, and say I want to align it to the right, and I want the site description to also be moved to the right and underneath it, I can very easily do that. I can move the buttons up to the top if I want to, and I can replace the logo with a new image very easily. Let me just see if I can find a good image here to use. Alright, so I'm going to select the Webify logo, for example, here, and I'm just uploading it, and as you can see, it now appears within my design. And if I want to change the background image, I can very easily do that by clicking anywhere in the page surrounding area. I go to background and upload image, and I'm just going to choose a background here. Let's try this one. So as you can see, that streams the blue background along the top. And now this title, I think, would look better if it was in white. So I'm just going to go to the type setting and change the text color to white. And you can do all sorts of different things with the text if you want to. You've got all sorts of different text styles. You can choose a different font. There are 465 fonts to choose from. You can go over to the properties. You can set certain specific characterizations, like if it should be automatically capitalized, if it should be bold or italic. You can even assign a drop shadow to it if you want to. So let's assign a little drop shadow, a nice dark black one. And as you guys can see there, there's a little drop shadow, so I can assign what kind of position I want for the drop shadow. And give it a bit of a blur. That doesn't look too terrible. And I can do the same thing for every single element on the page. If I want to change the text color of my link, I can very easily do that. As you can see, the linking area, the linking menu, has its own background bar, which I can give a style to if I want to. So let's say I want to change the background color of the navigation bar to, I don't know, let's change it to black. Let's change it to gray. And let's say I want to give it a little border. I can choose how big I want to give a border. I can give the corners a rounded edge or not. I can do things like decide what kind of spacing I want between links. I can set the overall width I want for the page design. I can set the height that I want the main content area to appear. Reposition the logo. And yeah, all sorts of different things you can do with this. You can basically do whatever you need to do design-wise to create a very attractive template that you can then very easily import into your Webify script. So I'm just going to change the text color here to white, and I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to import your finished template into your Webify script. So all you do when you're done is you click download. Give it a couple seconds to prepare for download. And down here I've got my the name of my new template, which I called Demo. I go back to Webify and I click on Import Themes. Right, that's not available in the demo version. So I'm going to show you that on our live site, so hang on a sec. Alright, so here we are with a non-demo site, and I will import a theme. And the reason that the demo site is disabled for the theme import is just a security reason. Your installation of Webify will not have that limitation. So I'm going to just move the demo file that I just exported from Lubbock into the import area of my Webify script, and I click Import Theme. I go to activate this theme and I select it from the list. As you can see, the thumbnail is automatically generated as well as a name for my theme. So I click the little check mark to activate the theme, and now I can take a look at my blog script with the new theme installed. And it's not a great looking theme, but this is for demonstration purposes, and as you can see, that was extremely easy to do. I don't know how long that took, like just a few minutes to create a new theme. So yeah, you guys can have a lot of fun creating new themes for your Webify script. And also, guys, please feel free to share your creations if you want to share them with the community. We would love to display them, and we'll even give you some love back. We'll give you a little link to your website or whatever. In addition to the design customization options, you have some layout options. Now, from here you'll be able to do a few things, like you'll be able to limit the length of your titles and your summaries if you want to, for example, only show 10 characters and then have it trail off with a few dots and a little click here for more. You can go ahead and set your maximum characters to show to 10, and then if you take a look over here, there will be, the summaries will only be 10 characters long, and then I'll just say click here for more, basically. You can do the exact same thing with the title. So say I only want 5 characters in a title for whatever reason. It might be a design customization reason. You might want to turn this list of items into a grid, and in which case you would only want a very few number of characters in your title so that you can keep the formatting all consistent. So in this case you might want to limit the number of characters. But yeah, that's just an example of one of the reasons you might want to limit characters, or actually you can actually even hide the summary or title entirely. Again, if you're creating a photo gallery and you decide that you want to tweak this photo gallery so that it only shows images, and you might even want to show it in a grid format so it looks like a photo grid instead of a photo gallery with a description and a title, you can go ahead and do that by disabling the characters in the summary. You can choose how many records, how many entries to show per page. Right now I think it's set to about 10, but I just changed it to 3, so now only 3 show. And this applies to both the home page items and the category items. So only a maximum of 3 will show per page, because that's what I set here. You can choose if you want to display the site title up here or not. For example, like in this case, the title's a little bit too long for the space that we have here, so I might want to hide the site description. So I could just go ahead and hide it like that, and now only the title will display up here. So you can make all sorts of little design customization tweaks from the layout options panel. For example, here's another one. How big would you like the thumbnail photos to be? If I want to change the width of them to, say, 200 pixels, I would just have to do that, and then now you can see we have 200 pixel width photos. If you go into the gallery mode itself, as you can see with this particular design, there's only 2 photos per row being displayed, and there's a big gap here. So I would actually want to tweak that a little bit. I would want to make these photos a little bit smaller. So I could do that over here in the gallery photo width section. Set that to 100 pixels, and as you can see now we have 3 rows. We still have a bit of space, so actually I think a good amount of space for that might have been 110 pixels. See how that works. Yeah, a little tiny bit more. 115. Anyway, you can go back and forth and tweak the design very quickly, very easily, until you have a look that works well for whatever design you want to use. In addition to that, I'm actually going to switch to a more simple theme for demonstrating this. I'm going to switch to our sepia theme. So in addition to some of the tweaks that you see up here in the layout options, we've included a CSS override option. So what this option will do is it will override any of the particular CSS classes that are available within your existing theme. Now this is definitely an advanced tool. If you don't know CSS, then you probably won't want to use this part very much, but if you do know CSS, this will make certain little tweaks to the design very, very easy. And it will also enable you to do a few things that the Lubbock editor might not allow you to do. For example, let's say that I decide I want a different color background, but I don't want to go in and change the whole theme and export a new theme and import the theme again. I can do that by adjusting the wrapper, and there's a little description right here. So the wrapper is the container for the entire page, header, content, sidebar, and footer. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change the color to red. That's going to look ugly, but it'll show you guys what I'm demonstrating here. Alright, so that actually didn't do what I wanted it to do, because I think I needed to say background color red. Alright, so now we have a red background where the container is. And now let's say that I wanted to add a I don't know, a border, 1 pixel solid black. And actually let's make that 5 pixels so you guys can see it a little easier. So this doesn't replace the style, but what it does is it adds to the style. And I think I typed my code a little bit wrong there. Border 5px solid. Right. Again, this is a more advanced tool. If you don't know CSS, you will probably struggle with this. As you can see, I've already made a few mistakes, but when you do know CSS, you can affect any sorts of changes that you want. You can see there's the black border there now. And all the CSS classes which you might want to tweak are available here for quick and easy adjustment. And like I say, this won't replace the existing CSS class, but what it will do is overwrite whatever section that you add. Like it'll add to what is already there. And you can replace what is there if you want to, but otherwise it'll add to what is already available in the class. Hopefully that makes sense. I think that'll make sense to those of you who are familiar with CSS, and those of you who are not, well, that's okay. There's lots of other features for you guys too. Okay, so thank you for watching. I'm actually going to call this particular video complete because, as you can see, we have many more options to cover, and this video is already running into the 20-minute mark. Stay tuned. If I have not already posted new videos by the time you're watching this, I will be posting new videos that will be instructional videos for how to use all the different components that are available to Webify scripts. In addition, you guys can visit webify.ws and download the Webify homepage, Webify blog, Webify contact page, and a number of other free applications to give Webify a try. What we charge for are the more specific applications such as the music store or the shopping cart or the business directory, but the basic components to put together your website with blog and contact page and that sort of thing, those are all free. So you guys can download those and give them a try, and if you want to add more components, you can do so very easily at any point. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys like this video.